We all talk to ourselves constantly and someone can hear you. Do you know who that is? It's your subconscious mind. It's constantly listening. And based on whatever you're saying about yourself to yourself, it's creating your future. So if we know that, shouldn't we be saying something nicer? Hi, I'm Tari. Welcome to my channel. If you tell yourself a lie for 30 years, 40 years, 20 years, it doesn't make it the truth. The truth is that we all are enough. God, the universe resides in us, and we can be and do anything that we want. So the first step to any change is to build awareness. So I would really encourage you to get a journal and for the next 3 days, listen to your conversations. Honestly, I was absolutely shocked when I found out about inner conversations, and it was mainly due to Neville Goddard. Uh, I was finding that I just couldn't manifest. I don't know what was wrong. I was doing everything right, and yet I couldn't manifest. And then I found out that I had a poor self concept, and my inner conversations were horrible. I was saying so many bad things to me constantly. And when I started observing it, it became apparent as to why I'm in the position that I am in. I was actually shocked. I was like that coach who would say, "You're not good enough. There's no way you can do this. You are too this, you're too that." All total bullshit, all lies. For the next 3 days, I want you to observe what you say to yourself. When maybe someone cuts you off in traffic, when you miss a workout, when you don't eat as per plan, or maybe when you can't get the report that your boss wanted. Stop and think what you say to yourself in those moments. And 90 out of 100 times, that you are going to be saying, "Oh, you're not good enough. You can never do this. This is just beyond you. I don't know why you try." So, what I would encourage you to do is to become aware. All the meditation, all the mindfulness practices really are trying to teach us this, is to become aware of our own thoughts and of our own conversations that we're having with ourselves. It would be really, really helpful if you write those conversations down. And if you just boil it down, once you summarize your 3 days worth of conversations, most of them are stemming from the fact that you either don't feel good enough, you don't feel you're worthy, you don't think you're enough in whatever way. And this may manifest as relationships, in your work, in your body image. It could literally be anything. But most of the time, the root cause of it is, "I'm not enough. I'm not loved. I'm not okay just as I am. This always happens to you. You can never get things right." But guess what? Those are total lies. They are lies. And they have been dictating your life for so many years. But now it's time to stop those lies. They are not the truth. The truth is that you are full of potential. The truth is that you can be and do anything that you want. Anything that you want can be yours. The only thing that we need to change is the way we talk to ourselves. Imagine a coach. Imagine a coach. Say you want to run a marathon or something, and that coach is constantly saying negative stuff to you. You just can't do it. You're too fat. You're too slow. It's actually impossible. There's no way in hell you can do it. What sort of coach would that be? Do you think you'll succeed? No, you would never hire the coach. So why have you hired this part of your brain? It's time to let it go. It's time to show it the door, and time to hire a new coach that tells you loving and encouraging things like, "Of course you can do it. You did well today. Tomorrow we can do better." It's nothing is impossible. If we have these steps in place, we can reach any goals. Come on now, let's give it another try. That's what an empowering coach will say. And it's high time that we start talking to ourselves like that as well. The next step is to flip the script. God gave us two kinds of brains, the conscious and the subconscious, so we can actually choose our thoughts. We can direct how this ship sails. And we are going to take charge now. We are going to flip that negative script. It's time to think of your mind like a computer, because that's what it is. The old program needs to be rebooted. The old programming needs to go. It's time to reboot our computers. So how do we do it? When you catch yourself saying something like, "You're such a loser, there's no way you can do this," flip that thought. So then it's time to say, I would just really encourage you to maybe have 5 affirmations that you have constantly repeating. Anytime a negative thought comes, have a set of 4 or 5 affirmations that is easy to remember. They are short, and they are something that you will say no matter how you're feeling. Feelings won't dictate what you say to yourself. To change our programming is not, it's not hard, it's simple, but it's not easy. You do have to actually make some effort towards it. So, my favorite affirmations for any negative thought that comes up in my mind is I am good enough. I am deserving. I am worthy. I am loved. Every day, in every way, my life is getting better and better. I am trusting in the universe. I know it sounds cheesy, and at first it may feel really stupid, but trust the process. When I started to flip my script, I really became aware of how much negative self talk I had about myself. I found myself constantly having to affirm. And even when on the days that you're feeling so bad about yourself, you just have to say it. Just say it. Keep doing it. Slowly but surely, you will start to feel better. And that is the first sign that it's working. And when I started, I felt so stupid. I felt absolutely ridiculous saying these affirmations when I'm feeling like crap inside. But then I started to notice the magic. My confidence grew. I started feeling better in the moment, and my self talk became better. I found myself saying quite nice things about myself. The third step is to practice, 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 because practice does make perfect. It's like driving a car. Initially, when you learn how to drive, there's so many steps. It's so overwhelming, and we think, how can we ever drive subconsciously? But you can. Have you ever driven to work and you don't even know where the time went? It's happened to all of us. That's the beauty of our brains. When our conscious mind is feeding the subconscious constantly, constantly, constantly at first, when you've repeated it 100, 200, thousands of times, then your subconscious will take over. And the minute a negative thought pops into your head, it will say things like, no, you're deserving, you're loved, you're worthy, you're good enough. Every day, in every way, life gets better and better for you. You're so lucky. You're so successful. Catch yourself mid thought and flip it even before realizing it. And I know everyone talks about these things, but till you actually practice it and you see it happen, and it can literally happen in 2 to 3 months. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And another thing that really worked well for me was to record my affirmations in my own voice on a voice note, record your affirmations and loop it and listen to it. Sometimes you might think, oh, I can't talk to myself today. No, then just listen to it. Put it on overnight over a really slow volume and let it play on. I used to find myself waking up in such a better mood, even when things were going wrong all around me. Look, anything that requires change is not going to be easy. So you do need to face the discomfort. Initially, it is going to be hard work. Writing down your thoughts, even observing for your thoughts for that matter, is really hard. It actually takes energy and attention because so long we've been talking to ourselves and we didn't even know that. We didn't even know that. Even about other people, it's not just about ourselves, even about other people. The truth is, it's going to be so uncomfortable. You are going to feel fear. You're just going to feel like this is so stupid. How can this work? But believe me, that's your brain telling you that it can't because it's a program and it's time to change it, and you can change it. Brain might fight back. Let it. Just be ready for it. You know it's coming. So let's be ready for it. Not your inner conversations. It's time to change the self dialogue that we're having with ourselves. We all are enough. We can all be and do and have anything that we want. And the way to do that is to change your self talk. Because once you change your self talk, your reality will literally change. Finally, I just want to say the whole point of self talk, doing audits, and doing these affirmations is about reflection. And I believe no matter what area of life we're talking about, reflection, reflection, reflection. That will be the strongest ally for you because you can actually go back to your past journals and really think about, oh my God, for me, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I used to talk like this about myself, and I can't believe I allowed these people to come into my life, and all that was a result of me feeling unworthy. But now, 3, 4, 5 years later, I'm so aware of those thoughts, and there's no space in my life for people or situations that will bring me down. So every day in your journal, ask yourself, what was I saying to myself most of the day? Is that true? And by the way, if it's negative, it's not true. And how did you flip the script? And what new belief do you want to adopt moving forward? That's it. Spending a little bit of time on being aware of the conversations that you're having with yourself will literally change your reality. And now, knowing this information, imagine what your life would be in 5 years. I really want to put it to practice as well because I've slacked over the last few months and I was becoming aware that my self talk has not been the best lately. And that is really what prompted me to talk about this. So I really hope this has helped you. And I've done another video on the power of self talk and manifestation, which I'll link. Hope you enjoy that. Until next time, bye.